I am Maureen Beresford with Ritchie Sales Agency, a representative for Hudson Valley Lighting. And today we have the great honor of sitting down with Ronit Pasternak from Posh Home and Bath in Cedarhurst on Long Island, New York.
Hi, everyone.
So, Ronit, why don't you first tell us a little bit about your business? It's home and bath, so give us a little background into the business.
So the real idea of our showroom is that we wanted to present our clients with a more curated look. So we have small vignettes of where we put together light, vanity, faucet, so that people could see the full room and be able to spin off their ideas off of what's at the showroom, as opposed to coming in and just seeing tons and tons and tons of things. So it's really more of like a personal curated experience, I would say.
Great, that's great. So Posh describes itself as more than a typical showroom. So what did you want that experience to feel like when you created the store?
I want people to know that customer service and hand holding is what we do best.
Right.
You know, we're there to help you through the process. We're there to answer your questions along the way and to really give you the best information possible, because we want to be known for selling the best product out there.
Okay.
So when we choose the products, we're choosing quality and style and really what's going to make the most sense in somebody's home. So those are things that I feel that we really value.
So to build on that, in addition to lighting in your showroom, what other categories? To me, it seems like it's a one-stop shop.
It is a one-stop shop. So we have vanities, we have all plumbing like faucets, toilets, tubs, mirrors. We do anything, any kind of hardware, which is really a lot of the jewelry. So we'll have a lot of people coming to us at the very end, and I call lighting and hardware the jewelry of your home.
For sure.
You know,
100%.
So that's really the most fun. But when you're doing lighting and when you're doing hardware, you have to see the whole vision,
right,
to be able to say, this is what makes sense in that space. And that's where we come in,
Great.
Where
so,
I come in.
Well, and so how do you think that changes the way clients make their decisions for their homes?
So really, we want to build relationships with the designers and with the clients. People have to be able to trust not only our expertise in the product and how it was made, but also in what makes most functional sense for their space. So I would say that we are most client driven by really forging the right relationship with the designers, that we have so many loyal designers that trust us with their process and clients. And I say that that's where we really feel that we're at most value for.
That's great, because I was also going to ask, having understanding that, what do you think your clients often leave understanding, especially differently once they've spent time in your showroom?
That we know our products, that we sell high quality.
Yep.
And I think that those are the two things, and that we're there for them. You know, we answer, we're there, we do the best that we can to problem solve, because we all know this,
right,
that anytime you're doing a remodel or a redo, there's always going to be problems.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's what differentiates a brick and mortar from other types of places where you could buy a product where you're feeling the product,
yes,
you're seeing the product, and there is nothing that can compare to that.
No.
Nothing.
Touching and feeling
products,
experience, personal connection,
having a human being there,
yes,
with
answering
you,
questions,
correct,
guiding you.
That's really where we see is our value.
Which also, how do you make that retail, make sure that retail still feels a high touch and tailored for each client?
So, yeah, we really bring in as much as we can, so that people get be able to see everything that's out there, whether it's a different type of glass, and you could just see where we're sitting right now. I mean, the differences in the materials that are being used is very different in color, that it also shines off. Seeing it in real life is something that's important to me and Ellie, so because we're able to vouch and vet the product.
Right.
How could you vet something that you've never seen, you've never touched? How could you say, I think this will be good?
Right.
You know, so they need to trust us with that process.
For sure. So Ellie is your husband.
Ellie's my husband, and he
business
takes care.
partner.
Business partner.
So what do you do? What do you focus on within the showroom? Because I know you each have specific responsibilities.
I am happy
and specialties
to help everyone with everything,
Right.
but my forte would be the lighting. Okay. And I dabble in other things, but Ellie and Gitty, who works with us, really are the ones that are the most knowledgeable in the plumbing end of the industry. So I trust them with that process. You can't devalue or diminish the greatness of being able to have a human being who's knowledgeable, first of all, in the space that you're there in. Something that we do, which I want to say, is like, I will go to somebody's house, no matter where it is, and I will look at the space. I will look at the size of the room. I will look at how tall the ceilings are, and then I will make my recommendation. And that's really something important for our clients to know.
that you don't get.
That we don't get.
Online.
You don't get online, and then maybe not other showrooms offer that, but that is part of something that I offer because I want them to trust me that I took every single thing into consideration, whether it's pricing, sizing, spacing. These are things that have to come into account when you're doing a house or a room, anything. No small project or big project, it doesn't matter where you are. You need to have like an intentional feeling behind it to know that you're choosing the right thing for that space. And that's something that I really feel very, very strongly about as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's in this industry. Everybody's, some people are really just looking to help and make the most out of the room. And that's where I really feel like I shine in.
You're creating an environment. You're creating
a relationship,
but a space where people can gather and a place where people feel good. So it's creating that human emotion.
We want them to trust us. We want them to feel that they're coming to us and we're giving them the best advice for their list of what they're looking for. And people come in with lists of what they're looking for. And it's our job to say, okay, based on this list that you just gave me, here's our recommendation. Trust us with it.
Yes, you're very thoughtful,
right,
when you're going into that process and consulting with your clients.
I could say that with 100% certainty.
For sure. So, how would you describe Posh Home and Bath experience in one sentence?
I would say we're a one-stop shop for all your home and bath needs, with customer service being at the forefront of our motto.
That's great. Well, thanks everyone.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Richie Sales, for having us.
With us.
Pleasure.
It's always so fun working with you.
Yes.
And an honor.
Same.
You and Ellie are definitely, you keep us busy and entertained.
Always. That's what we're here for.
We love it.
Thank you.